Hi, and welcome to the channel. I am Seth, and today's tutorial is about watermarks. I created a workflow that adds my own watermark for any generated image in ComfyUI. Choose one of the two layouts of watermarks. Apply it solid or make it transparent, or even black and white. You can merge your existing workflows to add watermarks, or use the included batch tool to process images from a folder. Let me show you how to create the workflow in ComfyUI. A big shout out to the channel's paid members. This tutorial requires 6 custom nodes. The Comfy Manager and basic know-how is required. The efficiency node is used for blending the images with the opacity. For image filtration and batch processing, I use the Was node suite. The Vextra custom node is used to generate RGB alpha channel solid colors. For the second watermark layout, masquerade nodes are used extensively. Python Gauss is used primarily for math expressions. Lastly, I use Comfy Essentials to get and resize the image size. Add 2 load image nodes, one for the base image and the other for the watermark. Since there is no case sampling processing here, the image size does not matter. Make sure the logo or the watermark is high resolution. I am going to resize that as per the base image. Add an image overlay node. This efficiency node has all the tools required to overlay one image over the other. However, the process currently is manual. The way I am going to set this up is that it would work with any aspect ratio. For now, let's select a square aspect ratio. Connect the base and the overlay image. Also, connect the mask to the optional mask input. It is recommended to use a logo with a transparent background. The first thing we need to do is to resize the watermark input so that no matter what size the input is, it should work. Add the image resize plus node and connect it with the watermark output. The height and width are currently manual. What you want to do here is ensure that the watermark size is the nth percentage of the base image. This way, even if your base image size changes, the watermark will adjust accordingly. In order to do that, we need to get the image size of the base input. Add a Get Image Size node. Change the height and width values to 0. You want to keep proportion value to true. This way, we only need to calculate the width via math expression, and the height will automatically match in proportion as per the ratio of the watermark. The condition implies when it would resize. I would choose only if it is bigger here for consistency. Let's say the original image size is 100 by 100 pixels. And we define the watermark to be 10% the size of the original. That would mean the desired size of the watermark would be 10 pixels. The input size of the watermark, say, is 50 pixels. Since it is above 10 pixels, it would resize. Take another scenario where the base image size is 1024 pixels. 10% would increase the size to 102.4 when the original is just 50 pixels. This would make it blurry. Only if bigger would mean only if the watermark is higher than 102 pixels, it would resize, otherwise, it will pass through. Now convert only the width to input and add a math expression node from Python Gauss. Make the connections. A is the width of the base image. We want the value here to be 10%, so it is a multiple of 10 divided by 100. This is the value that the image resize will get, which will be the watermark size. Change the percentage value in the math expression if it is too small or too big. Also, note that the integer has a decimal value. To round it off to the next integer, use the ceil expression. This is too small. Let's increase the percentage to 20. Perfect. Change the resize method to bilinear. Here, choose Resized by Rescale Factor, and keep this value at 1. This will ensure that the watermark math expression will hold true. We will control the watermark size from there, rather than from this node. To show you, 2 would double the size, and 0.5 would reduce it by half. Duplicate the math expression node. Convert the X offset to input. The width from the base image will connect to A, and the width from the watermark image will connect to B. Now, duplicate the node and make the height connections. Convert the Y offset to input and connect the integer outputs. Here, A would mean the base image's width and height. Choosing only A would place the watermark outside the boundaries of the base image. So, you want to use the expression A minus B. This should place the watermark edge to edge at the bottom right. However, there should be a slight padding. To that end, let's add -10 to the math expression. Increasing the value to 100 would bring it closer to the center. Add an image filter adjustment node to change the logo color to black and white. Changing the saturation to 0 removes all colors. Increasing the opacity will make the watermark transparent. Okay, I organized it a bit. You can batch process all images in a specific folder. This workflow is very light and not GPU intensive. It is way faster than running batch processing in Photoshop. Search and add load image from batch node from the was node suite. Put all the files you want to add a watermark to in a specific folder. Copy the full path of that folder and paste it here. It can be anywhere in your system. Select Increment Image. This will select and load one image at a time. Leave the rest of the settings as they are. There is no need to change them. Connect this node instead of the Load Image node. In the Comfy floating menu, click on Extra Options. Here, increase the batch count to the number of images you have in the folder. Hit Q prompt. As you put the watermark on the bottom right, you can change its size and put it anywhere. However, for some images, I prefer to repeat the watermark a number of times and put it all over the main area. This can be very easily done in Photoshop. However, I prefer to do it in Comfy as much as possible. This is what we can do to achieve the desired results. We generate a fully transparent image, and the size would be the same as the base image. Using a unique technique, I will take the watermark and impose it in a specific quadrant of the image. Now, I take the output as a source and repeat the process until I get the desired result. In my case, 4 times. You can do this 6 or 8 times as well. To start, copy only these nodes and duplicate them. Disconnect the B inputs from both the X and Y nodes. We won't need them. What I will do now is take the mask of this image, invert it, and convert it to an image. I will then refine the watermark by cutting the mask area. To do this, add a node called Cut by Mask. Connect the watermark and the mask. You can see the results from this method. You will get the opposite results if I don't invert the mask. I will use the Create Rectangle Mask node to create the 4 quadrants. Drag out the base image and connect to this node. You have 2 options here, % or pixels. It's advisable to go with % as pixels would be inconsistent across different sizes and ratios of base images. Origin defines the 4 quadrants within the base image. For the first one, I will choose the top left. Width is the mask width. Remember, this is in percentage. I would leave little padding room and choose 48% for the width and height. Now, duplicate these 2 nodes and create a mask for each remaining quadrant. We need to add and combine the watermark in these 4 quadrants, however, the background needs to be transparent. Using the Create a Solid Color node, you can add an RGB alpha background. First, convert the width and height to input. Connect the width and height of the base image with this node. Ensure the color mode is in RGB alpha, which supports transparency. To get a fully transparent background, put values as 0. Add the Paste by Mask node. The image base here would be the transparent background we created. The output from the Cut by Mask would be the image to paste. And the quadrant mask would connect with the mask input. Here, resize would resize the watermark to cover the mask area. So, it will probably stretch. Keep ratio fill will maintain the ratio but will fill the area. Keep ratio fit is what we need. This will maintain the ratio and fit it within the mask quadrant. Source size will use the original size of the watermark. And source size unmasked will use the source without masking. Now, if you bypass the Cut by Mask node, you will get these results. This is why it is essential to invert the mask and cut it from the original source. To add the watermark in all 4 quadrants, duplicate the node. The output from the first node will now go as the image base input. The image to paste input will be the same. However, for the mask input, we now want to put the watermark in the top right quadrant, so connect the appropriate Create Rectangle Mask node. Repeat this process 2 times for the tutorial, but you can split the quadrants further as needed. Even if you change the ratio of the base image, this will work as we used percentage instead of actual pixels. Let's connect it with the image overlay nodes. Connect the final paste to mask node output with the overlay input. Search for a node called Split Image with Alpha. I will use this node to get the mask for the image overlay. Let me show you first the mask output from this node. Ignore this error, it's because the math expression is not correct. I will bypass the math for now. This is the mask. This node is specifically designed to split the image and mask with alpha transparency, if any. For the coordinates, I prefer the 4 watermarks to be in the center. The X and Y offsets are basically starting points in the grid. So, if you want to leave about 128 by 128 pixel padding, the formula should be A divided by 8. That's approximately 12.5% of the base image. The starting point is correct, but the watermark size is not. In the previous example, I controlled the watermark size via the image resize node. Here, however, it would be preferred to control it via the image overlay node. This is because the final result is compiled via this node. So, change the rescale factor to 0.8, which means 80% of the original output size. Remember, this output size is the same as the base image size, which is what we inputted in the paste by masked nodes. To get the grayscale effect, add the image filter adjustment node between and connect it with the cut by mask node. This is useful if you want the corner watermark output to be colored and this output to be grayscaled, or vice versa. I have extensively tested this, and it works irrespective of the image size or ratio. It should apply the watermark correctly in all scenarios. To add watermarks to your existing workflows, you open 2 Comfy tabs. In one tab, load the watermark workflow, and in the other, load the primary workflow. Now, you can copy and paste the entire workflow nodes from one workflow to another. In this case, I will select all the nodes from my line art workflow and paste them into the watermark workflow. Then, just connect the final primary workflow output to the watermark load image inputs. And hit the Q prompt. I hope this tutorial was helpful and you got to learn something new in ComfyUI. Until next time.